The American Hockey League veteran rule is one this organization has historically struggled with. The AHL established the rule to limit the number of veteran players on a roster to 5. The Wolves have 6.
The one thing about our 6 veterans, they're all impact players in their own way. Haydar, Sterling might be goal scorers. Desbiens and Gordon are grinders, and Ebbett, Jocelyn, they're specialty team guys, and they're good veterans that know how to play in both this league and the NHL. So you get your mix. Who deserves to be in over the other? There really isn't a clear-cut case there.
It puts teams in a tough position because you're allowed 5 veterans on the ice at any time. You can have as many veterans on your team as you want, but only 5 can play on any given night. So they're restricting the age limit, games played limit. Basically, a veteran, you become a veteran in the American Hockey League with 260 pro games played. So that's not a lot of games. That's just over 4 years.
Up on the run, Winds fires, big block by Jocelyn.
I think Jocelyn, we thought that he was going to be under the limit, and the league came back and said he was like a game or 2 games above it, that we didn't know about it. So that's a good answer for the previous question. That was the biggest surprise for all of us, is that we thought we were good with 5, and then we ended up having 6 right before the season. But
it was one game that pushed Jocelyn over the total number of games played that determines a player's veteran status. One game that ultimately means rotating the veteran 6 all season long. One of them has to sit every night. All of them are impact players.
It's definitely frustrating, and especially we didn't really know about it until a couple days before the season opened. But you pull those 6 guys in, and you look around, and you're trying to figure out, oh, okay, well maybe that guy will just sit the first 3 or 4 games, but that's not the case, because all 6 are kind of very integral parts of our team, and we would love to have all 6 playing. So at some point you just say, hey, fair is fair, and we'll just take turns sitting out.
They get the situation. They've been talked to by Coach O'Neill, and they've been understand the situation. I don't think any vet feels that they're better than any other vet, and they understand it's a tough situation. Somebody has to sit. So it's just as long as it's not back-to-back games, and you're sitting for a long time.
As tough of a juggling act as this is for the coaches and for the hockey operations staff, Wendell Young concedes that it could be worse.
It's tough some nights if you have extra vets, and right now presently we have 1 extra vet, so you got to move 1 vet in and out every night, and usually your vets are some of your better players, some of your leaders, so it's a tough situation where you're not taking out a young kid or a guy just learning the pro game. You're taking out a guy that's got experience, that's been around and expects to play every night, and you got to go tap him on the shoulder and tell him he's not playing on any given night. So it's a tough situation, but we can deal with 1. If you have 2 extra vets, it's a recipe for disaster. I think it makes a lot of players disgruntled, and right now we have 1 extra, and it's working.
It's not a favorable position to be in. The biggest thing is I brought the 6 veterans in and talked to them all, and they're all on board. They know that we'll do a rotation thing for now, and maybe if the NHL keeps going and being locked out, we may not do it all season, but it might be a situation for now until just a little bit of the fairness, kind of give everybody an opportunity. And you know what? All I can say is the 6 veterans have handled it professionally. They've handled it first class, and they've been great teammates with it. So no issues with that. And that's just when it comes to the rest of the roster, it's just not letting guys sit too long. It's if a guy's missed 1 or 2 or 3 games, to make sure they find a way to get him into that lineup, and make sure that he's feeling like he's a part of it. So they're tough decisions. They're headache decisions sometimes for me, especially when guys play well, and then you maybe pull them out of the lineup, or you win a game and everybody's a big part of that, and then you got to change the lineup the next night. But so far the guys have been really good about it.